Hello. Hello. Good evening. Yay, I can see people are joining already. Good evening. Hello, Pastor Ernest. You're the first today. Thank you for joining. Oriyomi, good evening. Good evening, everyone. As you're coming in, hello, Tony. As you're coming in, can you please start to share and also invite your friends? Daniel, good evening. How are you today? Hello, the person that I've already shared, her name is in Russian. I don't know who it is, but thank you for sharing without me having to prompt. Thank you very much. So guys, please let's share. Share. I know you like me saying that, share. So please share. I will say it knowing that you've shared already. So thank you again for sharing. So who else is joining? I want to see the names, but I can only see a few people that have joined in terms of names. Okay? Right, today we're having a book review. You know, these books, I have realized that each of Dr. Sunday's books, they are a gold mine. And I can't wait. With this review that we're doing today, I just can't wait because this is something so important that we all need to do. You know, I think about this subject as something that maybe rich people know or discuss, but I realized that I can actually create mine. I won't give you the whole topic, but actually it's on the title. But I'm just looking forward to this episode of book review because I really do want to know the content of the book. I can't wait to read the book. I really want to create my own net worth. My own net worth. I didn't realize that I could create my own net worth. So another gold mine from Dr. Sunday Adelaja. We are going to review the book today. Yay! I'm excited. I'm always excited about these topics, especially book review. But actually, I'm also excited about Kingdom Fruits. And I'm excited about reviewing attributes as well. So I think I can be excited easily. But really, this one is not just easily. It's because I know the value of what I am learning and what I'm experiencing. So that's probably why I am very excited. I'm not easily excited, really. Anyway, enough about me. Hello, Vivian. Hello, Emmanuel. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Mrs. Sharonke. Thank you all for joining and thank you all for sharing. So without further ado, let's start. I'm going to turn my camera now so that you can see Dr. Sunday and he can say hello to you and maybe we can start immediately. Okay, sir?
Yeah, start immediately. Don't you think I might need a mic? Yeah, so hello everyone. Good evening, good day for some of you. It's going to be interesting because I'm sure you can see this book here. Somebody will have to go to the some people say they cannot find it on Amazon, but some people say it is there. So I will ask somebody to go and check on Amazon and put the link out for us if possible. So if you go help check the link for this book on Amazon and the link, that will be good for every one of us to be able to get the book. But this is going to be mind-blowing to you because it's a book that's unusual. And I remember the editor who edited it, he was so surprised after reading it and doing the process of editing it that he was so shocked and that he said it never even occurred to him that a book like this could be written in the first place. That even an idea of a book like that didn't even cross his mind. A topic like this. Can you imagine it? Create your own net worth. Create your own net worth. Is it possible for an individual, just anybody, from nowhere, to just arise and create his own net worth? And that's exactly what we're going to be talking about. I actually think today of doing something different a little bit. You know what? I'm going to ask a few of you to come near to me. Yeah, you those who speak English, bring another chair, but you have to sit close so that it will be easier for. Not now. When necessary, you have to sit down there and share. You let me, yeah. So maybe Mrs. could come and sit first, and then. Because I will be asking you and Mayowa and all of you that are here who speak English some questions in regard to this topic. Create your own net worth. Do we have the link already? Did anybody put the link? Check out to see if anybody has put the link.
No, no one.
Where's your own extra telephone or something? A computer. If you could put go ahead and put the link. So, yeah, but if anybody is watching out there and you know how to find these links on Amazon, please go ahead and do it. Let's quickly get the link to this book and put it out there for all the other people to see. But the idea is, can you believe it? Did you know before that you could actually create your own net worth? You could form yourself. You can form yourself. And even if you think you can create your own net worth, then tell me what is the process of creation of your own net worth? You have to tell me. If you cannot tell me, then it means it's not a reality for you. So how do you create your own net worth? Have you ever heard of a topic like that? Let's start with you, Mrs. Shore, okay? How familiar? Come close now. How familiar are you with this topic?
I won't even dare dive into it. I think that the only closest thing that I can think about it is network marketing. That's the closest thought
No.
that I can have. About
it's not even close.
So I don't think I don't believe I.
Because people don't talk about these things.
No, I've never heard it. Net worth? No.
People go to university, finish universities, and don't even know they can create their own net worth. What will you say, Heidi? Please be looking sometimes so that
Okay.
That's why I'm saying you should be looking.
What I would basically say, last year I
Don't
listened.
need to move this. Don't move. Because then you have to.
I
put it
listened
back
to.
again. It's better
I
not
listened
to
to Pastor daily broadcast. He was talking about everyone creating.
No, not before you listen to me. That's what I'm saying.
No,
Before you listen to me, have you ever heard of this topic?
I didn't.
You are unfamiliar with it.
I am unfamiliar with it. Once I listened to Miles Moran that he said that poverty is basically the way people value you.
Okay.
That is the root of poverty. So.
Or the way you value yourself.
Yes, that's the opinion of others concerning you, about you.
Okay, but about creating your own net worth, you don't know anything about it.
I haven't heard anything.
Okay. Let's see what people are saying. Let me ask this same question to our readers. How do you create your own net worth? What are the instruments? What are the ingredients? Where do you start? How do you do it? Are you really familiar with the topic or you don't? If you don't, then I'm sorry. That's why life is going to be difficult for you. Life is going to be difficult for anyone that doesn't know that he himself is responsible for creating his own net worth. But if you don't know that, then how do you even know how to do it? But if you don't even know how to create your own net worth, life is just going to be playing football, soccer with you. Kick somebody, some people will kick you here, sometimes will kick you there, sometimes kick you there. You will almost be a victim most of your life, unfortunately. So this book is too important. Too significant. Because we must learn to create our own network. What do you say about that? Do you know how to create your own network?
Yes, I mentioned in my introduction that I didn't even have an idea that I could create my own network. I know about network, like networking with people,
Network marketing.
Yes, and sometimes when you would notice that sometimes when I want to pronounce the word network or net worth, I say network because in my mind I have programmed my mind to discuss network. So you network with people. I can automatically think of creating a network, like people are like-minded. They're doing the same type of business, or they're in the same industry as me in a career. So that is our network. But in terms of net worth, I had no idea. Yeah, I know about building wealth. Again, that has nothing. I don't think it's just about wealth. That's about money. But that's something that I hope to attain rather than create. And if I think about it really, in order for me to attain it, I have to start with creating, having a plan. So I didn't have any idea, and that's one of the reasons why this book excites me to even know in the first place. The thing about Dr. Sunday's books and Dr. Sunday's title is that they make you think. No title would not even make you think and actually think about your dogmas or what you believed in your life. For me, every single title, I've questioned my own system of belief because this is one of the book, as all the books that he's written, they've challenged me. The titles have challenged me. And not often does titles challenge me. It's usually, I know that there's a title or I know that there's an author that's written the book and I enjoy and I think, okay, I like this author, I'll buy the book because I've read the previous book of people mention their books. But in terms of actually the title being something that you ponder over time to even think that is this possible, that's what all the titles have done for me. And again, I didn't know that it was possible to actually create my own net worth. Or even net worth was something that I can, I think about. I think about network marketing, like Mrs. Shoronke said, network as in business or career, but not net worth. So again, I'm really excited about this book. I really want to get on and read the book immediately. If I can bury my head somewhere to read the book in a day, I think that's what I would do because I'm so eager to know what the content and how I can create my own net worth.
What are people saying?
We have people here still saying pleasantries and
Start from the bottom, from the last.
yeah, even from the last, I'm just seeing people joining. I think I need to open my computer. Yeah, I haven't seen an answer. I've just seen people that have joined, but there are quite a lot of people here, and I need to check it. So I'll check it on the computer.
So let's now begin to examine this book, and I'm going to be doing that in a discussion way. I think that's the way I will be doing these books these days. I'm going to be doing it. I'm going to change my seat's position. I'm going to be doing it in a conversation way after today. Okay. So the very first thing that I want you to note when we talk about creating your own net worth, is that every man has a starting capital in life. And that starting capital is called worth or self-worth. So just on the basis of your self-worth, you already have a beginning capital. You can already begin to build something concerning your life. You can already use self-worth to build capital, to build money, to build finances, to build your net worth. So just the realization of your value, just the right view of yourself, and the right belief in yourself is already costing money. The right belief in yourself and the assurance, the confidence in the good things that God has put in you is already worth something. If some of you have been here with us these past few days, you've probably been listening after my messages to Professor Chris Imafidon. one of the very important things that professor is always saying, that don't believe what people say. Why do you say you don't know maths? Why do you say you are not good in physics? Why do you say you cannot do this? It's because people have brainwashed you to disbelieve, not to believe in what you can do. And he said all of us can do, we can learn languages, he keeps on talking about these things. Why? Because just for you to believe in the value and the worth that God has placed in you alone, that is the point he's making. And that's what I've written in this book. And I've written this book, for some time now. At least 2 months ago. Actually, it's since January, that's when. That's 6 months ago. So, and he's saying the same thing, and that's the secret of the life of the Imafidons. Don't let anybody convince you that you cannot do anything. That is self-worth. That is already capital. So God gives that worth and that capital to every human being. And the name of the very first capital that we all possess is self-worth. But some of us have been damaged. And some of us allow our environment, our families, and people around us to damage our net worth. Now, the second thing I want to read from this book to you is, in chapter 1, it says, there are a lot of people in life who, though God lives and resides in them, are still useless on the earth. That is another thing that is already a basis by which you could already build a wealth. You can already build net worth on this second capital. This is a new capital, another capital that you have. And that capital is the fact that the assurance that God is in me. And if you know what that means, the realization of who is in you, the God that is in you, and what that really means. So, but unfortunately, people are carrying God about. Millions of people, they say they are Christians, that God is in them. But we cannot see any evidence of that. No proof. I can't see any fact that God is in you. You are not manifesting him. His nature is not coming out of you. People who say that God is in them carry God ups and down, and you are still useless. The God that created the universe, the God to whom all things are possible, you are carrying him and you are still useless. How can a man be carrying God and still be of no worth to himself, to his family, to his nation, and to the world around him? That is because we have not been taught about how to use the knowledge of God, the nature of God, to create self-worth and net worth. We have not been taught that we could use the fact that we are in the image of God. That itself could create capital and net worth for us. The fact that God is in us and that we are believers, even the more so, should be a basis for creating capital. Okay, you wanted to read what they are saying. Yeah. Do you have the link already?
Yes.
Okay, so the link to this book is already there. It's on Amazon. I think it's Kindle version. Yeah. So you could get it already. But let's hear what people are saying, please.
Yes, hello, everyone. I have here somebody.
Just okay.
Okay, Julie also posted a book.
No, just comment. Just leave the other things.
Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get it on the computer.
Okay, let me continue then.
Yeah, it's I know.
So in chapter 2 of this book, the other thing that you will learn is this. Unless you appreciate who you are, that is the beginning of creating your net worth. You see, that's why I spoke one time about the fact that it is more important when it comes to ruling and reigning on earth. It's more important to believe in yourself, to have faith in yourself, than even to have faith in God. As important as faith in God is, If you want to go places, it has to start from you having faith in yourself. That determines a lot of what you're able to do on earth. And if you want to really create net worth for yourself, capital for yourself, big one, and significance for yourself, and make a name for yourself, it starts in believing in the worth that God has given you. Then it starts also in believing. Some people don't even believe in God, but they believe in the nature of God in you. If you have that, those are bases of the greatest basis of the net worth of capital you could create for yourself. So unless you appreciate yourself, who you are, what you have, and what you can do with what you have, there will never be anything like the creation of net worth. That's why, I don't know if you have come across this teaching about the 5 most important questions, but Miles Monroe used to teach on that a lot. 5 most important questions in the world. Who am I? Where am I from? Where am I here? Where am I going? And so all those, what can I do? So all those things, those 5 questions, is revolving around discovering yourself. That is the basis of wealth creation. And that is the basis of net worth. Self-worth is the basis of net worth. Then, once you have discovered your net worth, your worth, once you have discovered your worth, and the fact that the potential, the resources, and you believe in that worth of yours, in your personal worth, then what the next thing you have to begin to do to create a network worth is to begin to release that power, that potential that you have seen in yourself. Today, before I came in here, I had a meeting in the morning with one of my members who, he told me something that really gladdens my heart. He's a builder, and he's building, he's constructing, he's supposed to develop a center, a micro village or town, just a section of the city. And it's going to cost him 1 billion. It's a 1 billion project. So, and this guy said, the greatest thing that God has given him, because he was not a believer, the greatest blessing that God has given him is for him to be able to believe. He said, I don't even have the money yet or anything, but for me, it's this done. I have so much belief in the power of God, in the reality of God, in the wisdom of God that I've come to discover. That for me, that 1 billion project is already done. It's covered. So that is how people, somebody who was a KGB agent, he just became a believer a year ago, 2 years ago. So someone like that, who is able to discover the God in him. So when you begin to discover the worth and believe in the worth that is in you, in the nature of God that is in you, that begins to become what you want to express, what you now want to release. Here, the way it is written here in this chapter 2 is, when you begin to believe in your self-worth, then you begin to walk towards making it visible. You want to express it, you want to display it, you want to reveal it, you want to unveil it. That is how people around you begin to acknowledge the thing that you carry and begin to acknowledge the worth that you possess and carry within you. So building net worth starts with acknowledging your worth and having belief in yourself, and that faith in you, this is the most important one. This is the basic one. That I'm going to give you other principles now and other points on how to build your network, your net worth. But the fundamentals of it, the foundation of it, is to have self-belief, belief in self-worth. Okay, are you now ready? Make sure you got it ready so that you don't keep everybody waiting, okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, you are ready, you let me know. Hey, if you are not ready, tell me you are not ready. Just make sure you are ready, then you tell me you are ready. So chapter 3 then. Look how they wrote chapter 3. Chapter 3 here says, without net worth, life will be worthless, simple, and of no value. And that is true. If there had not been people who have built net worth, and if there are no people who have realized their own worth and thereby are able to create net worth, life will be too simple and meaningless. There will be no electricity, there will be no houses, there will just be like life in the jungle. Why do we have this beautiful civilization that we have? Because some people have been able to create their net worth. And they were able to create all this beautiful world that we see around us thanks to the net worth. Thanks to the self-worth that they realized, they discovered. They discovered their self-worth, and out of that self-worth that they discovered, and because of the belief they have in self, they are now able to let go and to release the beautiful world that we see around us. So that's another point that you need to know. Net worth allows us to make the world reflect heaven. Net worth allows us to create the beautiful imaginary world that is only in each and every one of us. We are able to bring it out, make it colorful. Just like it's as if you are looking at the colorful paintings of Anastasia McDonald, right? So that is something, the beautiful world inside her. And she's taking the time to transmit it, to translate it, to create it in a visible form. That is exactly how this whole beautiful world is seen. So when you look at the pictures of Anastasia McDonald right now, you say, wow. But yesterday they were not there because they were inside of her. The same thing, these old beautiful houses, England, America, Europe, all these countries and continents, some people were able to believe in their self-worth. And as a basis of that, they were able to see that world they were seeing inside of them. And the world they were seeing inside of them, they were able to walk towards releasing it to make the whole world to see it and admire it as well. So, unfortunately, a lot of people just wander off in life without accountability to the God that gave them worth, and without even sensing or having any sense that they need to create any net worth. They are living without accountability for their time or for their worth. They give a portion of themselves to everything and a portion of themselves to nothing. Just throw themselves, they're just useless. You give a portion of yourself to everything. Anybody that needs you, oh yeah, call. Oh yes, hello. What do you want? Oh yeah. Give a portion of yourself to that, to that, to that. Just like prostitutes do, right? Give a portion of yourself to everybody. Then you are left with nothing, just empty and dry. So that's how most people live. Though this one needs my attention, this one needs me. We waste time, give a portion of ourselves to everything, and a portion of ourselves to nothing. To nothing. Oh, what do I do with time? Oh, what did I say? Oh, okay. I still have 1 hour. Oh, how can I waste that 1 hour? We give a portion of ourselves to nothing. We give a portion of ourselves to everything. And we just kill life. So a person like that doesn't even see any worth in himself, talk less of creating net worth. There are 3 major ways, of course, that we could spend life. 3 major ways that people spend life and time. Because life is made out of time, right? So most people waste life. And there are people who are categorized as failures. Other people spend life. And these are people that we call mediocres. And the wise, the final group of people, they convert life they maximize life into major achievements, investments, and net worth. We call them wise. We call them wise and successful. So these are just some wisdom nuggets I'm giving you from this book. Create your own net worth. Create your own net worth. Create your own net worth. Net worth is more important than money. Because money is temporary, but net worth is eternal to you as long as you are alive. So dedicating time and devoting yourself to creating net worth is one of the most important things you could ever do. One of the most important things you could ever do. Okay, let me show you, let me tell you some other things from this book. I don't even know what people would do with my book, so because like you have discovered who am I, and you are really doing a good job with it. But each of these books are as important in their own way. And I just wonder, what will when people discover what is in these books, I don't even know what they will do with themselves. Because they will be wondering, do you mean that book was there before? Okay, next point that I want to underline here. You ready?
Yes.
Because I will just continue because you are not saying anything. They want to read your comments. Let's read it. I'll come back.
Hello, everyone. I have Amarachi Jerry saying that I would say investing in self, adding value to self, and producing a product or service that's others need, providing a service that others needs.
Smart.
Yeah.
That is smart. It means she's been listening to me for some time.
Yeah. And then we have Ruthie saying that I always appreciate your honesty and transparency. Oh, thank you very much, Ruthie. And then we have thank you, my general. God bless you. That's Reverend Roslyn saying that for the book. We also have Vivian says, wow, never heard it put this way before. It's always been about money, stock, land, bank accounts. And then Chioma quoting, my self-worth is my first capital. We have Matt saying that I know how to create my own network. I am business-minded and already in the process of creating empire by exploring and making use of the opportunity around me.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Then that book, tell him that this book will really help him then.
Okay. Matt, Pastor is also, Dr. Sunday is also saying that this book would also help you, would also contribute and add value to you with what you already possess. Then we have, thank you, Dr. Sunday, Adelaja, for such a book. Then Ifoma says, this, okay, it's about the network. Self-worth is the basis of net worth. That's your quote from Lisa saying that. We have Julie saying, it directs our focus back to what is actually most important. I would have thought this was about money again, and never would I think that self-worth has anything to do with net worth. I think that is why even those who have high net worth, according to the world standard, still secretly suffer under issues such as self-esteem and the like. That's from Julie. And we have all greetings. Then we have Rory says, good evening, dear friend. This seems to be it. Okay. That's all I can say, sir.
All right, so let me keep on going and tell you more about this book, Create Your Own Net Worth. Only I'm afraid I'm going to give you too much secrets, too much nuggets, right? Okay, let me give you 3 major ways through which you could create your net worth. Number 1, apart from the net worth that comes from, okay, before I give you the 3 ways to create your net worth, first of all, you know that you have to know where net worth is being created from. The first and the most significant source of net worth is self-worth, right? You got that. If you have God in your life, that's additional benefit. That means you are carrying God. You know, that makes me a kind of just mad almost, you know. That, I mean, even people who don't know God, they are supposed to already be successful and be exceptional and, you know, great men and women. Even with God has already given everybody everything to do that. But then if you have God, if you say you know God and read the Bible, and you are carrying God everywhere with no benefit to you, with no benefit to anybody, with no benefit to the world, no change, no benefit, no income, what's the proof that you are carrying God? Kind of strange. But anyway, apart from self-worth, which is the first base for creating net worth, the second resource or base from which you could create your net worth is time. You know, time is one of the greatest wealth. Maybe one of the, if not the most important, then one of the most important wealth that we have been given. So wealth, which is time, is a resource or raw material through which or from which you could create net worth. Just like time, like I've preached on before, time is the raw material from which everything is created. So, like everything else that is created out of time, net worth, one of the most significant resources from which net worth is supposed to be created is time. So how do you use time? And I want to tell you, first of all, how do you use self-worth to create net worth? Through belief. Now, how do you use time to create net worth? 3 ways. 1, add value to yourself. Use time not to just chat around and, you know, mess around, but use that time to use every minute of that time to add value to yourself. Much more like what Caroline is doing now. Add value to yourself. Be doing something that's adding value to you. Invest time. That time you have in the day, 24 hours, be investing it in yourself. Convert it to knowledge. Convert it to skills. That way you are creating net worth inside you. Is that clear? Isn't this clear?
Yes.
So that's one of the ways to create. The first one, as I said, creating net worth from self-worth is easy, but it seems to us as easy. But the key is self-confidence. But so a lot of people, it's not easy, right?
Yeah.
To create self-confidence.
Yeah, to even know that they even worth anything.
Yeah. That is very important. That self-confidence is one of the greatest ways to create net worth. So it's good that we dealt with that. So if you need to create self-confidence and self-belief and believe in yourself, please go to those my series. I have a whole series on that, self-confidence. So, but then, apart from creating net worth from self-worth, then you could create it from time as well. And the first way to use time to create net worth is through, like I said, through adding value to yourself. Convert every minute of the day, of the hour, into one skill or value added one way or the other. So second way, you could use time to create your net worth is to add value to others. So for example, like I said, Caroline is doing now. She's studying. Show Caroline. Don't look at us, Caroline. Just keep on doing what you are doing. So you see her working, and the other girl, Tito Jiramota is Adelaja. You see the other girl also, Irina is her name. So they are, while I'm doing my TV program here, they are sitting there, but they are doing their own thing. And their own thing that they are doing is that they are creating wealth. They are creating net worth by digging deep, working on themselves, using the same time, 1 hour that I'm going to be on in live program right now. They are here, but they are using that, they are converting that 1 hour into added value to themselves. So that way, net worth is being created. Then another way, you could use time. So time, that 1 hour is being converted into net worth for them. So another way you could use time to create your net worth is to add value to another person, or to use that 1 hour or every minute of the day, or some minutes of the day, or some hours of the day, like this 1 hour we're having here right now, to use it to add value to people. So what I'm doing right now, that I come to you every 7 o'clock our Ukrainian time, this 1 hour we have been on for 40 minutes, these 40 minutes will be on, I am using it to create something in you. I'm adding value to you. That by adding value to you, I'm also creating my own self-worth. So by adding value to you, how do I get net worth, not self-worth, sorry, net worth. Where is my net worth? Where is the value I gain by giving you value? How do I gain net worth? Just by adding to you and giving to you. Because many people would rather keep to themselves. I know this is my own secret, it's my own wisdom, it's my own power, it's my own advantage, it's my own wealth. Why should I share it with you? But I want to tell you that the God way is the best way. And God way says to share. God says to love. God says to give. And so I'm giving it. And I want to tell you that by giving to others, it is more blessed than to receive. So what I'm saying is that by adding value to you, this 1 hour is more of a blessing to me than even it is even to you that I'm giving it to. But unfortunately, most people in church, they have made that statement to just talk about money. So when we say it's more blessed to give than to receive, we're only talking about money. But the idea is not even related to money also. It's related to life, giving everything. So now I'm adding value to you this 1 hour that we're going to be spending here. And he's also creating my own network. Why? How is he creating my net worth? Because maybe 10 of you are watching, maybe 20 of you are watching. These 10 or 20 people that are watching, if I really do a good job and you are able to assess me that I'm really adding value to you, and you could sense it, that you are learning and value is being added to you, automatically, either you like it or not, you'll be drawn to me. You will begin to want to learn more. That being drawn to me. You want to discover even more things that this band. That means you begin to follow me. So I was one person before by myself, but because I'm giving you this, 10 of you or 20 of you have been convinced, have been blessed. You are now following me, becoming my follower, or you are becoming my disciple, or you are becoming my. So I am creating net worth already outside of myself, beyond myself, beyond just adding value to myself. So that is another way you could create net worth, by adding value and giving significance to other people. Then the number 3 way that you could use time to add value or to create net worth for yourself is That same time, 1 hour that we have, this 1 hour I'm using to add value to you, I'm creating a net worth that right there for you and for myself. Caroline and the girls, they are also creating their own net worth by digging deep and doing self-education, adding value to themselves. So that is creating worth in them. That is creating net worth in them, right? So what about another person who will take that 1 hour that we are here, me adding value to you, they adding value to themselves. The other person is using that 1 hour to create a product. Create a bag, create a shirt, create this, whatever, bow tie. If you could create this in 1 hour, or with the book in 1 hour, writing book, or doing anything, creating a concrete product, he could sell that product that is giving him capital. He has just converted that 1 hour time into a net worth for himself. You know, what about if it's not 1 hour? What about if it's a day? If it's 2 years? So that's it. Let's see what people are saying to that. Oh, nobody is saying anything yet. They are just like that. You can't see it. No. Okay. Okay, you have to, please.
Yes, I'm listening very
You are
carefully.
getting it?
Yeah, I'm listening very carefully now. And the word that stands out to me is create. You know, when we hear about the creation of the earth, how God created everything, it's like subconsciously we think that creation is done. Like we don't understand that God actually gave us creation too. That we are not just going to be walking the earth and really doing nothing, but we have the creation capability. We can create, like Pastor Sunday said, let's just look around us. Look at all the creation inventions, ideas that have come to earth to beautify the earth, to beautify ourselves. But the most important ingredient, like Pastor was talking about, is self-worth. And I'm wondering, Pastor Sunday, that this self-worth, is it in degrees? It's like, could it be that you could have some, but not enough to push you out there to actually get going, to create something? So I think self-worth, the best way to get the self-worth is to self-develop yourself through information, especially...
You are talking about net worth?
Net worth,
okay,
yes.
Net worth.
The first thing is to know our self-worth as a person. Mm-hmm. That's one of the things that will help us to get our net worth. So I'm saying that for us to get that confidence, we need to self-develop ourselves through information. A lot of this information that Pastor has given us, he has already told us that this was supposed to be the job of the church. The job of the church now was supposed to tell us who we are in God. That God didn't just create us, but He also gave us these gifts. He also gave us ideas that we can invent, that we can do. But because we don't know that we are that valuable, because we don't have the understanding of what it means to be made in God's image, literally, that is why we don't have this self-worth that we need to have, the self-confidence. So it's amazing to me that as human beings, our natural being is actually creative. We can create things, we can invent things. So I would just encourage us to develop ourselves, like Pastor Sunday has series of tapes on any topic, self-confidence, and many other issues that we could be listening to help encourage us and give us that self-confidence that we need. But I'm so happy to know that creation didn't stop on the seventh day, that God put the creative ability in us as human beings.
Beautiful.
Okay. Doctor, I really want to appreciate you for this wonderful book that has just come out, creating your network. While you were talking, I realized that there is no money or Bitcoin or dollars or pounds or bonds or stocks worth a single life. There is nothing that can worth a life of one human. So we have undervalued the self-worth. We have bring the self-worth down more than money.
We reduced it.
We reduce it. We subtract it. It's amazing that you opened my eyes this evening. So please, everyone who are listening to me, something is bubbling inside me, in my stomach, to know that I want more than, if you put all the US dollars in this world, I want more than that. And you too that is listening to me, you want more than that. If you put all the currencies, major currencies in the whole wide world, you want more than that. I didn't mean you were not worth more than that. God wouldn't have sent Jesus to come and redeem us. So that self-worth really bubble my spirit this evening. This is just one of the aspects that bubbled me. Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you.
Let me read a few of the comments we have. Yes, keeping to self is a true way to fail. It's more blessed to give. Monica is saying that. Vivian was the one that said keeping to self is a true way to fail. Paul is agreeing, saying that very correct, sir. And then we have Jake saying, I remember, sir, you taught us about 11 things you get by adding value to others. Then Uriyomi says, you can create net worth for yourself by adding value to another person. Value adding lifestyle creates net worth. Very correct. Add value to another person. That's Vivian. Invest time to add value to yourself. That's Omonike. Apensiola says, time wasted is a dangerous life to people. Is dangerous in life to people. I think that's what she meant to say. Okay, that's all I can see, guys. Yeah. I wanted to say something, sir. Oh, yes, about creating.
You forgot that you are not just a moderator.
Yeah. About creating. Mrs. Sharonke just hit the nail on the head, where we think creations just ends with when God created us or when God created the world. But if we really believe in God, like Dr. Sunday said, that having God and believing in God is an added bonus, and we should do more exploits than people that don't believe in God. Because if we believe that we're in His image and He's our creator, then what God can do, we can also do, because that's what He's put in us, and also because it's in us all the time. So those two just linked for me, because living in this world, and in certain environments, you just don't think that creation, number one, is your responsibility, or creation is something other than you having to, even though I know that I am using products that are created by other people, but if you're so religious sometimes, or maybe if you're not thinking in depth, you don't really identify your capability or your or the possibility of being a creator. So I appreciate hearing that as a fact that, first of all, the fact that I believe in God, that should give me an added bonus. And secondly, creation doesn't end with God just creating us. It's continuous. We are created on this earth to continue to create, in our purpose and in what God has put in us as an ability. So I'm really grateful for this book, and the topics that I've written, the topics or titles of the chapters, or yes, the topic of each chapter, they are really, everyone that Dr. Sunday mentioned now, they are really lifeline to understanding even purpose. So I think this is another book as well that will go with who am I and why am I here. So we have the one about opportunity being another book, Life is an Opportunity, to accompany who am I, why am I here. But then once you understand who you are and why you're here, then you also understand that life is an opportunity. Then it's time for you to start creating your net worth. And self-confidence being something that, sometimes we think that we do have, but we don't really have. If we all really understand what self-confidence or self-worth is, then we would really identify who we are supposed to be. ID mentioning that we are worth more than all this money, because we create those things. Those things don't create us. We create those things. So if I know how to create my net worth, I know who I am, and I know that life is an opportunity, then there's nothing that I cannot do. I myself am a creator. So I'm really looking forward to reading this book, and also reading it together with all the other books that accompanying purpose, creation, and just living the life that God created you to be. Those 3 books are key for me. Who am I? Why am I here? Life is an Opportunity, and then this book. I feel like I just got $1 million right now. So thank you.
Hooray! My wife woke up and discovered $1 million through my books. Yeah, nothing less than that. Nothing less than that. Nothing less than $1 million. Okay, since our time is coming to an end, let me give you some more thoughts from this book. This gist says, when time is put into yourself for constructive purposes, when you are able to take a hold of time, just like I grab this book now. I can grab this book and take it from here to here, or give it to you, or give it to somebody else. You can handle something. That's the same way we should be treating time. Time, because most people don't treat time as something tangible that they could actually handle and use and command and order. But really, we should be ordering time. We should be so conscious of time that we are consciously administrating time. We are consciously managing time and using it to get desired results. Our consciousness should be so much awake or awakened that time should be viewed and should be looked at by us as concrete raw materials, like concrete material, cement, water, something like that, something tangible. We should look at time like that, like cash, like resources, like you will look at a piece of cloth to create from that piece of cloth to create a shirt or a blouse or a skirt. You take the piece of cloth, the material, we call it material, right? Cut it. That's the same material time is. Time is just the same way it is material, just like that material of cloth material that you have. Time is material like that. And every day, you should be able to look at time in form of concrete. Just for example, in a day we have 24 hours. So you have 8 hours left after all your vanities. So that 8 hours should be looked at as a material. And that could be used to create something else. Just like you use the material of the clothes to create a shirt. So that is how time should be looked at. That is the perfect way of looking at time. That way your life is productive. So that's what it's saying in this one. When time is put into yourself or handled by you for constructive purposes. So you must be approaching time constructively, purposefully, to use it for a constructive, purposeful goal. Just like if I take a paper, I take a sheet of paper A4 to write on it, to use it to do something concrete. That's the way we should be looking at time. Time is a material, and it's a kind of material so valuable. It is the material from which all things are created. Only when you begin to look at time like that, then you are in charge of your life, and you are in charge of your time, and you are able to create for yourself the net worth that you desire, and create the value that you want for the world, for others, and for the products for the world at large. So there is a phrase here that should challenge you. Therefore, do not die without using your time to birth something that the world can remember you for. Don't die without using your time to give birth to something that the world will remember you for. Do you realize you are going to leave here sooner or later? Do you realize you are going to leave here sooner or later? Do you realize it, my wife?
Absolutely.
That you are going to leave here sooner or later?
Yes.
What would the world remember you for? Or you? That you have some children or what? What would the world, other people have children too. So what would the world remember you for? Not just your family will remember you for, but the world. But you have the opportunity to do that. It's time. Use your time and understanding of your self-worth, but especially the worth of time. Use your time to give birth to something that will force the world, that will compel the world to remember that you are here. Use your time. Like I said, with like a raw material, use it to create, to form something, to do something, either in goods or services, that will make everybody, the world, to know that you are here. I want to hear your thoughts before we go to see the comments from people. Please.
I was just taking in the example that Pastor Sunday gave us about time, because it's like with time, unless we go back to the old days where they had the cuckoo clock that told you every time the hour had passed by, we don't have that kind of system anymore. So it tends to slip away so quickly. And we don't even notice how much has slipped away to much, much later. But the illustration that Pastor Sunday gave right now, it really, really it gave me even more understanding about having a piece of cloth and cutting it and taking it and using it to convert into making a shirt. That is how time is, that we actually have the authority to take our time and command it to be used.
No, I don't like the word command,
Okay.
because when you use the word command, Christians will be praying. They will go to prayer meeting. So in the name of Jesus,
Okay,
time, I
sorry,
command
no.
you to become material.
No, not command.
Okay.
But can I take authority?
Ownership.
Ownership. Okay, let's use ownership. To take ownership, the grabbing of it, and not allowing it to slip away, but actually take it and convert it into something that will benefit humanity. So that was a good picture for me and a good reminder to let me know that time slips away so quickly, and we have to grab it and use it, convert it into goods and services that will help mankind.
Wow, that is awesome. Let me repeat the phrase. Use your time to bathe and to create and to produce something that, even though when you are no more on earth, the world can remember you for it. I think we Christians, were to use like 20% of our time that we waste in prayer meetings, in choir rehearsals, to use it to produce a product or a service, this world would have been a better place. And also, Christian will quote the Bible: "The earth is the Lord and the fullness thereof." But yet they are broke because they don't understand the principles. They don't understand the material of using the time to create, to produce a resources, a service. So this book is highly an eye-opener, so that we can take responsibility of our time to increase our net worth. Doctor, thank you so much. I'm grateful for this.
Let me use the opportunity to remind you the book we're talking about. It's called Create Your Own Net Worth. And if you don't have it yet, go get it on Amazon or go send it to somebody, order it for someone. And also, I want to use this opportunity to ask you to share. Go share the link, go share this video. This video might be a blessing to somebody out there. So go look for the share button and share it. And don't forget that in the next 1 hour, I will be coming on live. Today, I'll be talking about first fruits. First fruit. Some people have been asking me throughout this week, this whole last week, to talk about first fruits. Is it allowed? Should we give first fruits or not? That will be in 1 hour's time. We'll be answering that question. But this book is on Amazon, and let's see and hear some of your comments. Share.
Thank you, sir. So, guys, you heard that. Share, please. We have Chinlo. Dr. Sunday just announced the title of the book. I'll repeat it for you. Create Your Own Net Worth. That's the title of the book, as you're asking. Ruthie is saying, what will you be remembered for? This platform always adds value to me, which then empowers me. Thank you, Ruthie. Even that statement alone really scares me. What would I be remembered for? But I shouldn't be scared. I should actually be producing, thinking of what I will be remembered for. Then we have somebody, Chioma, saying that, I'm so excited that I can now create my own net worth and also help others to create their own net worth too. Well done, Chioma. Even thinking about others already. That's really good. Then we have Gift saying, this is not just a book, but a mantle. Thank you, Dr. Sunday, for the release of this book. These that are more like natural laws. All we need to do is put them together to synthesize them for people. I'll say that again because Give Blessing says, this is not just a book, but a mantle. Thank Dr. Sunday for the release of this book that are more like natural laws. All we need to do is to put them together to synthesize them for people. Thank you, Gift. Chioma put her number there to contact her if you want to buy any of Dr. Sunday's books. So please add her number to your contact, especially if you're in Nigeria. And then we have we have Ruthie saying, DSA, you helped me to understand through your previous teachings on this topic that as a human being, I have already been blessed by God right from conception. Therefore, I must believe in myself and develop the raw material God placed within me and convert them into tangible service and products to bless others. Well done, Ruthie. Then we have, again, if you're asking how we get the book, you've got the contact. If you're in Nigeria, which is Chioma, and the link is also for Amazon, is also being added by Julie. and myself, Mayowa. So check them out, please. Darlene says, great book. Let me go back to the top. That's all I can see.
Go back to the top.
Omonika says, I really appreciate you, DSA, because this teaching is really helpful for us to know that we should all use our time judiciously to create tangible things or products that will be useful to human beings, and also not to waste our time. I thank you so much, PSA, for the teaching, because I'm really running now to see that I fulfill my purpose, because time is not waiting for me. That's Omonike. Thank you very much. I think that applies to all of us, Omonike. Ernest says, the reason your boss is occupying that position is because of his net worth. We have Yinka saying, thanks, DSA, for this book. You have done everything for us that we have no excuse whatsoever not to be productive in life. Greater grace, sir. Jasper is saying, the focus on value each time you teach, sir, excites me a lot. That's the basis for our belief that developed self-worth is key to a worthy life than pursuit of temporary things like money. Thank you, Jasper. That's all I can see. So, okay, guys, thank you so much for your time and for this book. You remember the three books that can accompany, the two more books that can accompany this one is Who Am I, Why Am I Here? That's actually my favorite book, but mentally I'm developing new favorites. And then we have, yeah. And then we also have, Dr. Sanjay just said I haven't read too many. So yes, because there's so much, I'm overwhelmed, but I will read them. And then we have another one, which is Life is an Opportunity. You need to also read that if you really want to find out about life, and also develop what you find out about your why you're here and who you are. So those two work hand in hand. And now we have the third one. So once you find out the life, you find out about who you are and why you're here, then also you now need to start creating your own net worth, which is this book that we just reviewed, How to Create Your Net Worth, Your Own Net Worth. So that's really, really exciting for me. And I have three books. I think somebody that I just read out just said, we really don't have any excuse not to do well in life, that DSA have provided everything that we need. So we need to read these three books and use them, take actions that is necessary to create our own net worth, to understand who we are and the purpose, and life being an opportunity. So thank you again, guys, for this. Please continue to share this. Put it on your page and share with your friends. We'll be back in 45 minutes. So please join us again. This is the program about the prostitution of tithes and offering in the church. This one is really one that gets my blood boiling. But hey, it's not just about me. I'm here to learn and open my eyes and, open my world. So
give and it shall be given to you. It's not about money.
No, I didn't realize that give and it shall be given to you. It's not about money. It's about your character, your behavior, how you treat other people. And to have that dispelled, demystified. A few days ago, I was just so angry. But I'm not angry anymore. I'm learning now. I'm developing myself, and I'm sharing my knowledge with other people. So please join us again in 45 minutes. I hope you will. Invite your friends, invite family, so that everyone can be liberated from this prison called religion. So let's go. We'll see you later. Take care. Bye.